That doesn't fit his philosophy. Albert Einstein would certainly be considered one of the great men of science, and he certainly believed that there were laws, that it wasn't a pity that we thought about it in terms of laws. And he's speaking here about thermodynamics, and we'll talk some about that this evening. Don't let the word scare you. This is a concept that I assure you understand, though you may not use that terminology. And he says, this is the only physical theory of universal content concerning which I am convinced that within the framework of the applicability of its concepts, it will never be overthrown. Here are laws that we can depend on. Now, we talked about what it took last night to become a law and to be proved scientifically. This fits all of those criteria perfectly. There are a number of laws of thermodynamics. The first one we'll look at basically says you can't create something from nothing. You didn't know that, did you? Just out of nothing, you don't get anything, do you? It's sometimes called the law of conservation. Matter, energy can be interchanged, but neither can be created or ultimately destroyed. You burn something up, but it just changes its form to vapor and smoke and so forth. Isaac Asimov is an atheist, recently deceased. Someone said he's probably written more books than he's read. I think that's an overstatement. Over 600 books, science fiction as well as mainline science. But one of the leaders in the field, and he's speaking about this concept and says the law is considered the most powerful, most fundamental generalization about the universe that scientists have ever been able to make. This is the one that we have more confidence in. He says this law is one that no one knows why, and it is a mystery, and it's interesting to talk to scientists when they begin to speculate about why energy is conserved, and they can't break this law. But he says no one knows why it's conserved. All that anyone can say is that in over a century and a quarter of careful measurement, scientists have never been able to point to a definite violation of energy conservation. Now that's, again, what it takes to become a law. This is true either in the familiar everyday surroundings about us, or in the heavens above, or in the atoms within. Now that's a very broad scope, and sometimes people will say, well, yes, but it doesn't apply to atoms, or it doesn't apply to the heavens, and even the atheist acknowledges that it certainly does.